Greetings, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. And sorry about some of the technical difficulties in there. Something about this tower just did not want it to be built, I think. Or at least footage of it being built. Oh well. Now, this has been a long time coming, I believe. This beautiful, wonderful, misty, very stylistic tower. No, two towers. But they're joined, so does that make them one or two? I don't know. But it's been a long time coming. I actually finished this build a year ago, and I just have not had the spoons to record a tour and put the time lapse footage together, and it's been a mess. But you don't want to hear my complaining. You guys want a tour. This one is a little bit difficult to give a nice tour for because it is a maze. The inside of these towers is a maze. But yeah, I very much wanted to give vampire castle kind of vibes. And to make that very clear, there are several what could be coffins all over the place. The cats like it here. They're not too scared of vampires. Yeah, who's a pretty kitty. But yeah, I figured our vampire friends, they've got some oddities and lots of places to sit and read and languish and stare longingly out at the world and stuff. Lots of books to read, because what else are you going to do when you're several hundred years old? And there's a lot of places where like one can turn into a bat and fly off. Or come home after a nice long night of hunting, Gotta go get your snackies somewhere. And yeah, I just wanted to build something a little creepy and spooky and dark, and the vibes are good. And there's lots of paintings on the walls and a nice big library. One of many places to find books. Although here, I believe, we have words from our friend Avrami. 20... Holy... To my best customers, I greatly appreciate your kind hospitality and our continued business. As long as there are tales to find, I shall endeavor to bring them to your humble home. Here's to many more years of business, Avrami. Is it all just blank pages? Oh no. If the blood within your mortal veins still flows, I beg you, get out of here. Do not accept their invitation to stay the night. If night has already fallen, you're already being hunted. The lords of this dark tower are not mortals such as yourself. They are not necessarily evil, but they are old and bored and hungry, always hungry. Your being here has given them a great game to play, prey to hunt. If the sun still hangs in the sky, get out. If night has fallen, you need to heed my advice. You just need to live until dawn. They won't awaken their thralls, but the 5 lords will be actively searching for you in every corner of the tower. They're bored. I bring them hundreds of books, cartloads of them, every few months. If you can entertain them more than hunting you would, you might have a chance. Avengrad loves to dance. Invite him to dance with you and keep dancing until morning. None of the others will disturb you. Belavris is always glad to have a new audience. Ask her to recite some poetry or monologue and she'll perform for days. Lord Atrevane will not be stopped. Avoid at all costs. Shandar would rather have a good laugh than spill your blood. Feldrin likes to bake. Offer up a recipe, ask for a snack. When the sun rises in the morning, they will not chase you out. They will give you provisions and send you on your way. No matter what, stay polite. They value manners more than anything. Keep the peace, keeps the peace, they say. Good luck. Well, it's a very good thing, then, that I am God and the sun hangs in the sky where I told it to. Now, we will be coming back down here because this is how you get to the other tower, but for now, I just want to do a quick little scoot up this tower. This was the second half of the build, so I think it's a little less inspired than the first, if I'm being honest, but as you can see, there are a lot of thralls waiting for the call of their masters. Good to know. Don't go picking fights with the 5 lords of the tower. Yeah, there are just a lot of spots to like gather and chat and read and pose dramatically in front of windows and little shrines and altars and things to forgotten friends or lovers or I don't know. A lot of books too, which makes sense because Weaver's been giving them tons of books constantly. Looks like someone's been researching things a little bit. And then we go up here, and it is merely a throne at the top of a shorter tower. But yeah, I wanted, you know, something very gothic looking, but also fantasy and like very much not making sense. Kind of ugly, but like in a cool way. So you get kind of my vampire termite hills. And like there's all sorts of staircases spiraling upwards, but you know, you can't be sure that they lead anywhere. And I think that makes sense, you know, if the vampires are like chasing anyone who comes into the tower, you know, they want to give them a lot of like dead ends and false hopes and like, oh, is this the way out? Is this an escape? And then it's just another room with no purpose. Now the bridge is probably my favorite part of the entire build because this is like there's so much style and character and like I love the like weird drippy red things and like it's just the spikes. There's like so much detail crammed into this one little part of the build and it is seriously my favorite thing ever. What, Taffy really like a bridge that she built? Never. I would never. Oh dear. Yes, this is the first tower, the taller one. This is... You know, there's a lot of room. They're a bit better decorated than the ones in the shorter tower, just because I, had more energy at the start of this. It did take a lot of work building and decorating it all. Oh, another one of my, false hopes for people trying to escape is this staircase going down that just leads to a door in a wall that goes nowhere. But you can see the outside right there. If only you could break the glass. Originally, this was going to be one of the entrances in, but I decided against it because I like the idea of there being one entrance and it's in the other tower. Yeah, there are a lot of like hidden nooks and details and things that I can't remember because it has been a very long time since I built this place. But I wanted to, I include all these details and things because at some point I am going to start a Patreon. Not right away, not right now, but at some point there will be a Patreon because I want you guys to be able to wander around in my builds and like I don't know, get a better feel for how big they are because I feel like sometimes it doesn't come across that like there's an insane amount of detail in some places and this build in particular, I textured all around it because I wanted it to look like it was draining the life from the surrounding area. Just as an example of the kind of silly level of detail I put into some things. And yeah, I wanted this to be a labyrinth of twisting rooms and hallways and staircases and like little places to sit and read as vampires would do, and it doubles back on itself and you're going around it in circles, trying to flee from the vampire lords as they chase you. Juice box. I would love a space like this. There's this tiny little room to like read and get snacks provided, and it'd be so nice. But yeah, and like some parts of it just make absolutely no sense. Like, oh yes, here's a balcony. Here's a ladder to get up onto a balcony overlooking a single room in the tower that goes to nowhere. I want the place to be like all moody and dark and winding and spiraling, and then you get like rooms like this where it's like, what is the purpose of this? There's a whole bunch of paintings, there's skeletons and suits of armor and things hanging from boxes from the ceiling. What is the point in this? And I can't answer that, but it looks cool. How then you have things like this where there's like these walkways and rickety wooden supports and things. And oh no, you ran out here trying to get away from the vampire lords, and now you're cornered with nothing but a big drop behind you, and like I don't know. I think it's cool. We take our nonsensical winding staircase up, up, up through the heart of the tower. Just another entrance for those with wings. A fun fact is that this tower actually inspired my Season 3 base for Arcadia. They are alike in mazeness, but very different in vibes. Speaking of vibes, you get to a certain point, and suddenly the tower doesn't feel as lived in or as well maintained. It's falling apart and covered in cobwebs and rickety stairs and things. And the higher you climb, the more dread you feel, like you're going in the complete wrong direction. And running from the vampires this way is not taking you towards safety. And like, I don't know about you, but like the glowing, pulsating flesh ceiling with teeth, yeah, that doesn't sound like safety to me. Oops, I've fallen down the stairs. It doesn't feel like safety at all. Then you have to ask, what's worse, the living ceiling or the five vampire lords down below? Who apparently all have different hobbies. And seem like nice enough people if you come in the morning. But yeah, this is the Dark Towers. And if I use my god powers to clear things up a little bit, we can get a better look. So yeah, it's a very much gothic vampire termite mound. But it was actually meant to be a mirror of the fractured monolith, where that is one single staircase leading up, up, up through this broken white tower. Instead, you have like two very well maintained black spires with mazes inside. And they've like tainted and corrupted the land around them. And I don't know, as soon as I like found these shapes in the terrain, I was like, this is exactly what I want to build here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tour and the time lapse, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing, leave suggestions for things you want to see me build, and I will definitely be back. But, you know, probably a little less Halloweeny. I look forward to reading your comments. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! Oh, and if you need to hear it, you're doing a great job, and I am super proud of you. Run away. Bye!